That was a young Dr. Swami. And when he attained to a supreme joy and peace of self-realization, same tendency of kindness, compassion, the desire to give and share, that origin brought him into this field of ज्ञान यज्ञ, ज्ञान दान. जिस ज्ञान के द्वारा मैंने शांति और आनंद को प्राप्त किया है, ये ज्ञान सबको पहुंचाना है, सबको ये शांति की, आनंद की अनुभव, सबको, किसी के लिए भी दुख नहीं होना चाहिए. अज्ञान जहाँ पर है वहाँ दुख, शोक, चिंता है. ये कार्य तब से शुरू किया, शुरू करके अपना जीवन भर ये ज्ञान दान देते देते पूरा जीवन मानव समाज में एक नया जागृति, मानव समाज में अज्ञान को निकाल करके ज्ञान को देना, उनका आंख खोल देना. ये संसार दुखमय है, लेकिन आत्मस्वरूप केवल आनंद स्वरूप है. संसार के द्वारा हम सुख की प्राप्ति नहीं कर सकते हैं, लेकिन आत्मा में सुख क्या, आनंद, परम आनंद, नित्य आनंद, दिव्य आनंद को हम प्राप्त कर सकते हैं. ये इस प्रपंच में रह करके, संसार में रह करके प्राप्त करने का संभव है. ऐसा उन्होंने 20वीं शताब्दी की इस आधुनिक जगत के जो मानव समाज को लाभान्वित किया. अपना इस अनुभूति को, ज्ञान को सबको दे करके, इतना ही ज्ञान नहीं देना, सबको प्रेरित करना, अध्यात्म जीवन बनाने के लिए प्रेरित करना, सबको मार्गदर्शन करना, मार्गदर्शन देना, योग का, वेदांत का, साधना का, अभ्यास का. क्योंकि वो कहते थे इसी जन्म में, इसी शरीर के द्वारा आप भगवत साक्षात्कार प्राप्त करके जीवन मुक्त होना चाहिए. मैं अगले जन्म में पाऊंगा, ऐसा नहीं बोलना चाहिए. नो नो नो, दिस वेरी लाइफ, नॉट इन द डिस्टेंट फ्यूचर. Why should you postpone your supreme blessedness? Why should you unnecessarily prolong your bondage? This very life, in this very body, you must become a liberated being. ऐसा करके he said, according to the context of Sanatana Dharma, not only is there a cessation of sorrow and pain, as Buddha said, no. Cessation of sorrow and pain only is a negative condition. But there is also a supreme bliss and blessedness to be attained. Paramananda Prapti. ये मानव की, जीवात्मा की अंतिम लक्ष्य है, परम लक्ष्य. केवल मात्र दुख की निवृत्ति ही नहीं है. वैसा दुख की निवृत्ति हम दीर्घ निद्रा में चला गया तो सुषुप्ति में भी दुख की निवृत्ति हो जाता है. तत्काल के लिए हर 24 घंटे रात हम सो जाए तो दुख की निवृत्ति तो हो जाती है. दुख की निवृत्ति ही केवल मात्र नहीं है, लेकिन एक महान आनंद की प्राप्ति, ये एक अनुभव है. एक केवल मात्र दुख के अभाव की अवस्था नहीं है, एक अनुभव है. Not merely the cessation of sorrow, but the attainment of a positive experience of supreme bliss. That is the goal of man. That is the ultimate divine destiny of the individual soul. Having discovered that, he proclaimed it to modern mankind. Come, become a yogi. Come. Why unnecessarily prolong your bondage? It's not necessary. You have come for a higher thing. You have come for a higher life. A higher goal in life. That is the attainment of a conquest of sorrow and suffering and pain, transcending them, going beyond them, becoming liberated from them, and ascending and entering into a state of illimitable bliss and peace, supreme satisfaction. This is within the reach of everyone, and to become established in it, permanently liberated from weeping and wailing, even where you are living now. Jivan Mukti, liberation in life itself. That was a great message Gurudev proclaimed, as he was one of the modern representatives of an ancient, unbroken line of successive masters. क्योंकि लगभग 100 साल के पहले प्रथम एक यति सन्यासी भारतवर्ष से पाश्चात्य को आया। हाँ, इंडिया से अमेरिका गए। कौन? रामकृष्ण परमहंस के पट्ट शिष्य थे, उत्तम शिष्य स्वामी विवेकानंद। सर्वधर्म सम्मेलन करके शिकागो में एक बहुत बृहद कार्यक्रम था, वर्ल्ड फेयर। आजकल उसको एक्सपो बोलते हैं। हर साल कहीं ना कहीं होता है। उन दिनों में लास्ट सेंचुरी में उसको वर्ल्ड फेयर बोलते थे। 2 महीने की 60 दिन की वर्ल्ड फेयर था शिकागो में। उसके बृहद विशाल कार्यक्रम के अंतर्गत एक सर्वधर्म सम्मेलन 3 दिन की शिकागो में। उसके लिए उस समय के दुनिया से सब आमंत्रित थे। क्रिश्चियन, इस्लामिया, यहूदी, बौद्ध, जैन, हिंदू, ज़रतुष्ट्र, सब। उसमें स्वामी विवेकानंद भेजे गए कुछ भक्तों के द्वारा। उनको आमंत्रण नहीं था, उनको खबर पहुंच गया ऐसा हो रहा है, आप जरूर जाना चाहिए स्वामी। जब मुझे आमंत्रण नहीं, आपके लिए क्या आमंत्रण की जरूरत है स्वामी? आप तो प्रतीक है सनातन धर्म की, आप जीवंत ज्वलंत प्रतीक है, आप जरूर जाना। Without any invitation from the one that he went, others have been invited as representatives of Hinduism, Theosophy, Jainism, etc., etc. He went. Even Brahma Samaj also, at that time, Brahma Samaj also was represented. Arya Samaj was not there. And first time, he gave the message of Vedanta to the American, to the new world, Occident. For 2 years, they did not allow him to come back. He only went there to attend the event and come back, return. They did not allow him to return. And he had to remain there more than 2 years. Then, on his way back, he visited England also, stayed in England for some time, and visited a number of countries in Europe. Had the rare good fortune of meeting Max Muller. He said, Max Muller is a Maharishi. He must have been a great Maharshi in India sometime in the previous birth. So he was born here in order to give that wisdom of the Vedas to the West. So he was born in a German body, in European body. And that he was told because Max Muller was one of the earliest scholars, translated the Vedas. And this Swami Vivekananda, when he was questioned about a number of things regarding India, at that time, you see, people of the West, people of America, they were in total darkness about India. They thought it's a barbaric country. Many things have been told to them by visiting missionaries and all that. So they said even sometimes, when children are born, it is a custom, certain children are thrown away into the Gangaji by the mother. They think they are married like that. Such stories also. So someone asked, is it true that in North India, that children are thrown away by the crocodiles in the Ganges? Hey, true madam. He said, he was very angry, but he controlled his anger. True madam, my mother also threw me away into the Ganges, but I proved too tough for the crocodiles. So here I am. He silenced the question by giving this answer. I proved too tough for the crocodiles. And so, at one time, he was asked by, sir, now we have been more than a year in America. You have seen American society. He used to be moving the elite of American society at that time. Because he only the intellectuals who were able to appreciate his message, so therefore they invited him in their circles and wanted to present him. See, they took wide with each other, took a delight in presenting him to their friends and circles. See, so he was moving among the aristocrats, the elite, the rich, and very educated professors, universities, etc. Highly educated, refined ladies of high society, American society. Because America had the very choice of the European people there at that time. Because they were emerging into the 20th century, in the last decade of the 19th century. He went in 1893 when the Expo or the World's Fair was held. He addressed the Parliament of Religions in 1893. And he was detained there till 1896 when he came there. And of course it was a long laborious sea voyage in those days. The long laborious sea voyage. And afterwards he set sail after visiting UK, visiting Europe, set sail from Marseille for India back and touched at Colombo. And among the questions asked was, Swami, having known American society for more than 1 year now, what do you think is the main difference with Indian society and American society? Without any hesitation, he said, in American society, the woman is mainly considered as wife. The idea of woman is she a wife. And so, she is always addressed as Mrs. So-and-so. And so, the concept or the attitude of American society of women is wife. Whereas in Indian society, main attitude of society towards women is mainly she is a mother. Markshan to his pradhan. First of all, she was considered as a mother, and her being a woman and a wife is nobody's business. It concerns only one man. A lawfully wedded husband. To him, she was a wife, a partner, a woman, and not every way. But to the rest of society in general, the Indian culture regarded first and foremost the motherhood of woman as her prime, the personality. The wifehood was only the secondary concern. Whereas the wifehood was the prime, the view of women in Western society, American society particularly. And the motherhood was only a private family concern. Or being a mother to her children was a private family concern. That is the difference. She was deeply impressed. Because she also felt it was true. And at another time, a second question or elsewhere once asked, what is unique in Indian culture and Indian tradition, which perhaps is not to be found elsewhere, other traditions and other social culture? What is unique? He thought for a moment, he said, the unique factor of Indian society, Indian culture, is the tradition of the master and the disciple. The unbroken continuity of the master and disciple lineage and tradition. मैं कहा गुरु शिष्य परंपरा जो है ये केवल मात्र भारतीय समाज में भारतीय संस्कृति में ही आप प्राप्त कर सकते हैं अन्यत्र क्योंकि वो बड़े स्कॉलर थे he had read the history of mankind and he had travelled widely and he had met many people, discussed things with thinkers and scholars, and he had himself been a great student of human history. So he knew this is something unique, not to be found in the context of any other culture, not to be found in any other society, race, in any other nation. True. It is due to this unbroken line of master and disciple, this succession, unbroken line, that the great spiritual tradition has been safeguarded, kept alive and handed down from generation to generation. अनुभूति, बाकी विद्या जो है अपरा विद्या, वो भी गुरु शिष्य परंपरा होकर के ही हम हुनर सीखते हैं. समय में भी संगीत कला है, नृत्य कला है, इवन हुनर भी है. बड़ा है तो बड़ाई अपना शिष्य को लेकर के अपना, ये कुमार है तो कुमार अपना शिष्य को लेकर के सिखाएगा. हर चीज जो है, हर कला, हर ट्रेड, art, trade, handicraft, always parampara. पाटन में पटोला साड़ी बुनते हैं ना, वो तो घराने की धंधा है, वो कुटुंब परिवार में धंधा है, ऐसा है। तो वैसा ही संगीत में भी ऐसा, शिल्पकला भी ऐसा, शिल्पकला, चित्रकला, if that existed in Western society also. If you want to learn a trade or a handicraft or something, you have to go and apprentice yourself with a master craftsman. They have got guilds, master craftsman. And then you have to serve him. You have to do his shopping, you have to run errands for him, you have to cook for him, scrub for him. And at the same time, learn. And like that, by personal service, personally going and working under as an assistant, under a master craftsman, you will learn to craft. It was person to person. See? Not big polytechnics and institutes did not exist in those times. And in ancient times, that was the traditional method of acquiring any skill and knowledge. And therefore, he said that is the uniqueness of Indian society, Indian culture and tradition. How true. And as much as Gurudev Swami Chidananda was a representative of this long line of successive gurus and disciples, many generations, he was able to give that very same impulse of living spirituality to his disciples. And he was able to impart the same knowledge of his inner experiences to people of the 20th century, out of his large-heartedness, out of his universal love, out of his intense desire to serve, share and benefit everyone. And thanks to this great tradition, thanks to this great-hearted man, we are now in possession of the inner secrets of yoga and Vedanta, inner secrets of bhakti and bhajan, inner secrets of sadhana. Because there is not one single subject pertaining to a total unfoldment of human personality that Gurudev has not dealt with. Gurudev has not treated. He has written more than 300 books in every aspect of human culture, physical culture, exercise, Surya Namaskar, asana, pranayam, mudra, bandha, hatha yoga, physical culture, diet, health and happiness, health and hygiene, inner secret about right diet, right eating, and simultaneously about mind culture, mind is mysteries and control, thought, power, concentration and meditation, conquest of mind, how to develop willpower, how to develop memory, sure ways for success in life. He has written that books. And Nari Dharma, Stri Dharma, Grahastashram Dharma, ideal advice to householders. And he wrote about medicine, kitchen medicine, Gharelu Dawai. Or he wrote about Bazar medicine, which is easily obtainable in market, Bazar drugs, Gharelu Dawai. And then he was himself a medical doctor. So he wrote what is known as family doctor, giving many prescriptions which he had himself used when he was a doctor in Malaysia. Many prescriptions, many health hints, hygienic hints, nursing hints, and family doctor. Plus he wrote about dharma, ethics, morality, how to cultivate virtue and eradicate vice. What is the quintessence of ethics? Ethical teaching, moral teaching according to Dharma Shastra, ethics according to Mahabharata, ethics according to Ramayana, ethics according to Dharma Shastra. And then he wrote about bhakti and bhajan. He wrote about Nishkama Karma Yoga. He wrote about Jnana Yoga, Raj Yoga, study books. He wrote about Vedanta, Jnana Yoga. And Vedanta in daily life, how to practice Vedanta, practice of Vedanta, practice of Bhakti Yoga, practice of Karma Yoga, practice of Dhyana Yoga. Like that. He wrote about Ramayana, Mahabharata, Bhagavad, Mahapurana, here translation of 12 Upanishads, stories from Yoga Vasishtha, Lord Krishna and his Leela and teachings, Lord Shiva and his worship, Lord Kartikeya and his worship, essence of Ramayana, lives of saints, part 1, part 2, part 3, all saints all over the world. See? Vaishnavite saints, Shaivite saints, Sufi saints, and then saints of Maharashtra, saints of Gujarat, saints of Uttar Pradesh, saints of Tamil Nadu, saints of Andhra Pradesh, saints of Kerala, saints of Karnataka, saints of Bengal, Assam, everything he wrote. And unity of religions, world religions, religions of the world. Therefore, everything he covered a vast range of subjects, and he has left it as his gift to posterity, a wealth of literature covering every aspect of total unfoldment of human personality. मानव के सर्वांगीण विकास के वास्ते जो कुछ भी मार्गदर्शन होना चाहिए, जो कुछ भी सामग्री चाहिए, लोगों के बारे में एक व्यक्ति यदि वो एक विभूति नहीं हो, असाधारण एक व्यक्ति नहीं हो, एक व्यक्ति अपना एक जीवन में ऐसा विश्वात्मक विशाल एक साहित्य की रचना करना, कई व्यक्तियां लिखते हैं एक एक विषय में, साइंटिस्ट राइट अबाउट हिज पर्टिकुलर सब्जेक्ट, many books, मैथमेटिक्स और फिजिक्स और केमिस्ट्री, व्हाट है, ये विचित्र व्यक्ति है, ऐसा कोई भी विषय नहीं है जिसमें नहीं लिखा है मानव के विकास के वास्ते. Every aspect of human culture, and upon each several books, practical sadhana करके इतना बड़ा किताब लिखा है. साधना हर प्रकार के साधन, ताकि हर एक आदमी के लिए उसमें कुछ ना कुछ अभ्यास करने के लिए मिल जाए. भगवत गीता के विषय में कई किताब ऐसा मार्गदर्शन देकर के उन्होंने मुख्यतः उनका उद्देश्य क्या था, आधुनिक जगत के जीवन में साधना की अभाव है, पूरा के पूरा भौतिक जगत के व्यवहार में ही फंसे हुए, और ऐसा फंस करके सुबह से शाम तक बाल्यावस्था से बुढ़ापन तक इसी में व्यवहार में हो जाए, उसके बाद कैसा होगा. ये वृद्धावस्था में यदि उनको नहीं अध्यात्म लक्ष्य है, ध्यान करना चाहिए, भजन करना चाहिए, ऐसा मन में आए, कर नहीं सकता है. मन शिथिल हो गया, विक्षिप्त हो गया. Before the mind gets too much scattered, if you start disciplining it from the earliest stages, then gradually the mind will become under your control. You can develop concentration and then meditate. Whole life, if it has been scattered on the multifarious things of this world, then it is too difficult. रामकृष्ण परमहंस देव के बहुत बड़े शिष्य थे स्वामी ब्रह्मानंद. विवेकानंद जी जब 1896 में रामकृष्ण मिशन को स्थापित किया तो वो आप उसके पहले अध्यक्ष नहीं बने. स्वामी ब्रह्मानंद को उसका प्रथम अध्यक्ष बनाए. द फर्स्ट प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ द रामकृष्ण मठ एंड मिशन was Swami Chidananda. When giving practical instructions to sadhaks about controlling the mind, concentration of mind, in one place he has said, look here, before the mind gets too much scattered and dispersed in countless directions, too much involvement in world conversation, yet before he has attained this state of dispersal, if you right from the beginning wisely start disciplining it, keeping it under your check, then you can succeed in conquering the mind and in concentrating and meditating. But otherwise, it will already been dispersed, very difficult. And he gave an analogy. Supposing someone has gone for shopping for the kitchen, and a wife has told her in the list, half a kilo of mustard, sarso, mustard, And the shopman has put it in a paper packet and given it. And too many packages were coming. The lady stumbled. The mustard packet fell. The paper was not very strong. Paper burst. You can know what will happen if a packet of mustard burst. Mustard, all the 10 directions simply scattered because they are all global, rounded. So they immediately start running. They spread in all the 10 directions. Then it is possible for him to pick up the mustard. Very difficult. So you should not allow this fate to overcome your mind. Let it not become like a burst mustard packet. See? Then it will too difficult to go after mustard. By the time when you would have gone away into the drain and scattered in all the directions, especially when it has fallen and burst. So it becomes, therefore, right from the very beginning, you must discipline the mind. Bhagavatam, it is said, who is the real mother, who is the real father, who is the real friend, who is the real relative, who is the real well-wisher of an individual, Jivatma. जीवात्मा का कौन माता, सच्चा पिता, सच्चा बंधु, सच्चा सखा, सच्चा हितैषी है? अरे जो जीवात्मा को बचपन में ही भगवत नाम में उनको रुचि दिला देता है, सिखा देता है, भक्ति में, भजन में, भगवत नाम में, वही तो सच्चा माता है, सच्चा पिता वो है, सच्चा बंधु, सच्चा हितकांक्षी वो है, भागवत। One who right at the young age creates in the children a taste for higher things, a taste for divine name, a taste for prayer and worship. That person is the real. That benefit will be for the whole life. Greatest benefit to confer at the right age, but not when it is too late. Very difficult. A tender plant, green plant, can be bent in any direction you want. But once it becomes a strong, stiff, hard tree, then you cannot give it any direction. You cannot bend it. It will only break. So it should be done in the beginning. On the contrary, we have a very peculiar concept. No. This is not the time. Later on, nothing will happen. See, before you put the brick inside the brick kiln to break it hard, whatever chhap, nishan इसके ऊपर डालना है, you have to do it before when it's still wet clay, very pliable and soft wet clay. You have to impress it with whatever impression, give it any shape, any size, any shape, any dimension, and any shape. Once you put it inside the oven and it gets hard baked, afterwards you think, no, I forgot to put something else. Then you put it. No, you don't break. Therefore, the right time to inculcate noble sentiments, sublime ideas, lofty ideas is not when children have grown up and developed an ego of their own and become rigid, do not change, and already their personality is crystallized according to certain habit patterns, then it becomes difficult, almost impossible. I do not say it, parents know it. Those who are in the household stages, they know it, how difficult it is. Therefore, it is only earlier you do it, the better. Earlier you do it. And so Gurudev wrote Divine Life for Children. He wrote messages to family people. The mothers took onerous responsibility is upon the shoulders of parents. They are not merely to rear up their children as well-fed, well-clothed animals only. You have to awaken their inner spirit, the dormant divinity within them. That is the prime task of the parents, not merely regarding their children as bodies and mind and intellect. We have done their duty. If we give them a good home, nice food, nice clothing, send them to the right school, we have done. No, that will only make them educated, but not necessarily good people. That will not make them necessarily noble individuals. See, good people with noble character, good conduct, sweet disposition, helpful nature, consideration for others, politeness. See, those things you have to inculcate at home. It is not within the curriculum and syllabus of modern secular educational systems. It is not there. So more than what the school or college or educational institution can impart as academic instruction, more vital, even more important, is the parents' duty of imparting the right impulse towards goodness and nobility and a higher life of self-respect and consideration for others. To make children gentle men and gentle ladies, that work is only to be done at home. Nurturing their inner being is something the dry as dust modern educational system cannot achieve. See, in impersonal schools, public schools and colleges. Alas, on the contrary, children get there and get into bad habits. See, danger surrounds them everywhere. As you know, this cult of taking narcotics and starting smoking, imbibing tobacco poison, and even beginning to drink surreptitiously. Young people, even before they have become majors, still in a state of minority, smoking, drinking, and first of all, a dangerous habit of taking stimulants, stimulating things. And this is the type of environment, modern schools and education system. Because the teachers think if they come into the classroom and for one period, please impart instructions on their subject, so far their duty is finished. See? What the children do outside is not their concern. Okay? This is a serious point because everything has become over heavy. Schools are too much crowded, overcrowded, and also the whole system has become so very intricate that imparting even the minimum of academic instructions to make them pass examinations and answer examination paper in the subject, that itself becomes a full-time job for the teacher. And therefore he has no scope and time to look after their. There is a great, but the essence of it is that teacher and the parents should have close coordination. Close coordination. Parents know the children out of school at home. This is something which the teacher does not know. In the light of their knowledge, they will have to recruit the teacher. See, the teacher-parent association is the key to somehow or other minimizing this disadvantage of a purely secular and impersonal process of giving academic instruction in schools by teachers. And it is only if there is a close contact and communication and close relationship between parents and teachers, something can be done upon the inner dimension of the pupil's life and personality, to make him, in addition to acquiring academic knowledge, to make him grow into a good person, make him grow into a good person and also make him aware of the risks and the hazards and dangers of the open society and how we should safeguard him. What are his defenses? What should be his armor? These things can only be done if parents and teachers cooperate and And together they take equal interest in the upbringing of their offspring. This, therefore, is a comprehensive task about everything Guru Maharaj wrote. He wrote student success in life, parents' duties, teachers' duties, written on educational system, a book called Religious Education. Religious Education. Thus, he was a great benefactor of mankind. And in addition to this concern with the total welfare of the human individual, he said if the human individual is given the right training, society will correct itself automatically. After all, what is society but a collection of individuals? And more individuals will try to make ideal and perfect and put them into society, their impact is sure to be felt. And to this end, Gurudev, more than all this work, the main thing was human culture, culture of the individual, ennobling of the individual human nature, and ultimately raising it to a higher dimension of divinity. That can only be possible if we understand that sadhana for spiritual unfoldment is one of the most important duties of the individual towards himself and towards God, towards his heritage, cultural heritage, towards his religion. Every individual owes a certain duty towards his religion, his culture, towards the one who created him and sent him here, towards himself. हर इंसान का कर्तव्य है, न केवल अन्यों के तरह कर्तव्य तो है, माता पिता के तरफ कर्तव्य है, गुरुजनों की तरफ कर्तव्य है, समाज की तरफ कर्तव्य है, राष्ट्र की तरफ कर्तव्य है, लेकिन अपने तरफ कर्तव्य है, अपने आप की तरफ कर्तव्य, भगवान की तरफ कर्तव्य। भगवान बहुत बड़ा पुरस्कार दिया है, ऋण है, उसको अदा करना चाहिए। और अपना धर्म जिसमें वो जन्म लिया है उसकी तरफ उत्तरदायित्व है, कर्तव्य है। जो संस्कृति पूर्व से उन्होंने प्राप्त किया है उसकी तरफ उनका उत्तरदायित्व है, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, कर्तव्य। We cannot inherit a great wealth and think we have no thanks, no duty towards it. It is your duty to imbibe that culture, that great wealth, and evolve it, yourself, develop it, and make yourself an embodiment of those cultural ideals and principles. Make your life a great, radiant manifestations of those high ideals that are part of your culture, of the lofty, noble principles that form part of your cultural heritage. The duty is there. Who can draw attention of the individual that you have got these great? You can call it a duty, you can call it a responsibility, or you can call it a great privilege. You can call it, you want this great good fortune, great privilege of assimilating those great ideals of your culture and growing in its image, personifying them yourself, and then radiantly manifesting them. What greater good fortune that we have? Where do you fulfill this good fortune? क्यों इसको हम इस महान सौभाग्य से अपने आप को वंचित रखना चाहिए? ये बात नहीं है. You impoverish yourself. You don't enrich yourself with these great cultural ideas which we have inherited. Yet, global human heritage has got invaluable insights, invaluable ideals and principles for living our life, which we have inherited as part of the human family on the earth. All the great thinkers, all the great men, they have left their ideas, they have left their great ideals. For all of us, study them, assimilate them, live them, and enrich ourselves and bless human society, our contemporary society, for ideal life. See, what can be the greatest contribution of a human individual towards his contemporary society? We give contributions, we give donations for this cause, that cause. We do it self-service also. Thus we have a satisfaction, contributed something for social progress, social good. That is not enough. my way of thinking, the greatest contribution an individual can give towards his or her own contemporary social situation is oneself. If you can make of yourself an ideal human individual, imbued with lofty ideas and enlivened with noble impulses, sublime sentiments to serve, to give of yourself, give of your time, give of your energy, give of your talents for the total benefit of society, and make yourself a center of benefit and goodwill, center of service. And by your very being, become a source of inspiration and upliftment to others. By your very being, see, you raise the very standard of contemporary social life. And by your lofty nobility, by your sublime character, high character, and by the righteous way in which you conduct yourself and live your life, your very life can become a purifying current in the stream of your contemporary social life. If all individuals begin to take a look at themselves and their relationship with their contemporary society in this way, and they say, yes, my life should be a purifying current in the social stream of my own contemporary society, social life. My life and the living manner in which I live my life should become an uplifting factor, raising the standard of social life to a higher level, of idealism, of goodness, purity, nobility. If individuals in society begin to look upon their relationship to their own contemporary social milieu in this manner, then what can not society get? It will get everything. Then there will be human progress. See? Then human society as a whole will be moving in the right direction. That lacking, human society founders and creates its own darkness. And society itself founders, every individual becomes affected adversely. Every individual partakes of the misfortune. Therefore, the relevance of spiritual sadhana, the relevance of idealism, the relevance of a divinely lived life in the awareness of our sublime divine nature can be well seen when we see the deplorable effects of its absence over 300 years of the recent past. Knowledge, advancement of knowledge makes such tremendous strides. They say there is a knowledge explosion and progress of science and technology, so many inventions, so many discoveries. See, such tremendous technological advancement was there. They were able to transform their entire life, transform their environment. And deserts became gardens, and wildernesses became great cities, means of communication, amazing advancement in means of communication, means of transport. And so, every aspect of outer human life benefited, or at least appeared to benefit tremendously from this knowledge that man began to acquire and apply, and the inventions and discoveries of science, the technological advancement that came out of it. Whole world, planet Earth has been transformed. But unfortunately, in this process, man neglected himself. अपने आप के ऊपर ध्यान नहीं रहा, बाकी सब चीजों के ऊपर ध्यान रहा. बहुत प्रगति, बहुत विकास, बहुत आविष्कार, लेकिन man stopped his progress. The betterment of human nature. See, the culture of humanism in humanity, so that he became incapable of hatred, incapable of enmity, incapable of violence, incapable of the dire desire to destroy. That is the safeguard against atavism, which is the negation of progress, negation of evolution. It is opposite, going back. That is the only guarantee. When man begins to move towards idealism, gradually cultivates, generation after generation, cultivates his human nature, becomes more and more humane, more and more concentrated, more and more feelingful and soulful. When this was lost sight of, the inevitable result was all this knowledge that was acquired, all these inventions, discoveries, technological advancement became misused, became perverted. Not towards life, not towards progress, not towards unity, not towards harmony. But it became death dealing. It became a poison. It divided man against man. Now today, the human race, human society on this planet Earth is ranged in warring, opposing camps, each threatening one another, each fearing one another, each mistrusting and distrusting one another, each wanting the first to attack, kill, destroy and exterminate. Is this progress? Is this humanity? How can you call it? It is darkness, dense darkness. At the height of technological advancement and progression, knowledge explosion, with tremendous universities and colleges and schools and universities and libraries, man has gone back into a state of barbarism, thinly veiled barbarism. So that he has brought earth, he has brought human society into a state when it is in fear of its own survival. Whether we will survive or not, they are not certain. The human survival has become the one great question mark now before 20th century global mankind. 20th century global mankind. Our Stone Age ancestors fought to survive. Their whole life was some or other survival against hostile elements, hostile beasts. But now we have gone a long way. But ultimately, we have come to the same square one situation of how to survive. How to survive. So that to survive, they are now trying to imitate rats and rodents. They burrow under the earth and make cities. They live there. Now our most sophisticated cities have got underground survival levels. So if a nuclear bomb is to burst, they scurry underground. Maybe 60 feet, 70 feet, where they keep all stocks, the food and that and this and all that. What an abject state. What an abject state. What is the reason? That is, we have ignored the divinity of the human individual. We have completely neglected to cultivate that divinity. This is the cause that we are now brought the world to this state. And the only remedy is back to divinity. Claim your birthright. Know that you are divine. And live your life as a process to express this divinity from within. Express this divinity from within. And this awakening of our divinity, developing it and beginning to manifest it is called yoga, it is called spiritual sadhana. It is a science of religion. Religion has got outer formal aspect. It is the ceremonials, it is the ritual, it is the traditional way of practicing religion in outer society, going to church on Sundays, going to mosque on Fridays, going to synagogues on Saturdays, and observing all the festivals, Christmas and Ramzan, Eid and that. You see, what are the Jewish festivals? Rosh Hashanah, and another is there. Yom Kippur, Rosh Hashanah. See? And these are all the external forms only. But what does religion want to do for you? It wants you to recognize that you are a child of the divine, that you have been made in the image of your Creator. Therefore, divinity is your innermost real state, real power. And this life has given a chance for you to once again enter into that state of experience and live as a child of God. Live to express your divinity. That is the inner science of religion. How to do that is the inner science of religion. The inner science of religion is connecting yourself with God through prayer, through devotion, through constant contemplating the will of God as expressed through His scriptures. We will say, how to know the will of God? It's only an idle question. The will of God has been made abundantly clear and manifest in His scriptures. And through the wisdom teachings of all the saints and mystics He has been sending from time to time into human society. So there can be no doubt or no uncertainty about the will of God. भगवत इच्छा क्या है? हमारे धर्म ग्रंथों में, हमारी गीता में, भागवत में, उपनिषद में, संतों की वाणियों में बिल्कुल प्रकट किया हुआ है, स्पष्ट किया हुआ है. इसमें कोई संशय नहीं छोड़ दिया है. भगवान की इच्छा हमारे लिए क्या है? तो उसको हम ध्यान नहीं देते हैं, उसको छोड़ कर तो भगवत की इच्छा कैसा मालूम करना, ताकि हम भगवत की इच्छा के अनुसार हमारा जीवन बना सकें. ये सवाल ही गलत सवाल है, क्योंकि इच्छा तो प्रकट किया है, आप उसको तो अध्ययन करने के लिए कोशिश नहीं किया. Will of God is as plain as sun shining in the sky at midday. It has become made absolutely plain and clear as daylight. There is no uncertainty, there is no ambiguity about it. Only you must go to it, you must try to consider it. All the great prophets and great saints and messengers of God have made the will of God very, very plain and clear. It is true. Down the centuries, in the religious teachings and scriptures and theology, a mass of other the details have grown around it. We have to shift it and go to the heart of God's will. See? And to see the great mission with which beloved and worshipful Master lived and worked, bring to us all the great the mass of details that have grown around this inner heart of religion, the very science of religion. Take it out and place before the quintessence. You are divine. You are divine. You are come here to live like God. You have to come here to think like God, divinely. See? Speak and move about like God, divinely. Your sentiments also should be godly and divine. And the way in which you relate yourself to others should be godly and divine. Therefore, this is the message of today. O man, remember, within you is hidden God. Within you is an immortal soul. Within you is that godly essence. And whole of the real life is the process of constantly being aware of your divinity and constant, unceasing attempt to make that divinity alone express itself through every movement, every action, every detail of your daily life. Holy Master did not want you to be something spectacular. See, in some wonderful occasions, that's why you show yourself daily life. If in small daily details you are able to express your truth, that is enough. Life will take care of itself. You know the very little, simple little adage. Take care of the pennies, the pounds will take care of themselves. See? It is only one who can be meticulously noble and great in the small details of everyday life. One day will achieve a state of greatness. Because every day, every action becomes a step upward. It becomes a constant evolutionary process. Each day, each good thought you think, each kind word that you utter, each noble deed that you engage in, silently, without advertising, without ringing a bell. Each little good deed that you do, you are climbing steadily higher and higher and higher to the Everest point of total divinity. See, therefore, the building blocks of a noble edifice of an ideal life is little deeds, everyday thoughts, and the way in which you behave. They are the building blocks. Each day perfectly lived ultimately makes a sublime life of great beauty, glory and grandeur. Each day perfectly lived. And to that end, the most important thing is you must harbor in your mind noble thoughts, noble ideas, noble sentiments. And disdain to allow, quarter to anything that is ignoble, anything that is petty, anything that is mean, anything that is ugly. No quarter should be there. There should be always a wakefulness within you. Within the mind, there should be no slumbering, no laxity. You must be like a sentry standing guard over the gates with drawn weapon, never giving entry to anything that is ignoble or ugly. Because the whole life starts there. The whole life originates from your mind, originates from your thoughts. Very, very great truth expressed in a Sanskrit verse which says, Manameva Manusyanam Karanam Bandha Mokshayava. Of course, it is about the sublime ultimate philosophical fact. Manameva Manusyanam Karanam Bandha Mokshayava. It is the mind only that is for man the cause of either bondage or liberation. Whatever is in the mind, that decides your ultimate situation, ultimate state. As it is true in that very high realm, same it is true with every little detail of your life. You are what you think in the mind. You are what you harbor in your mind. The thought, unknown to anyone, the secret of your heart. What are your motivations? What are your thoughts? What are your sentiments that you harbor? You will be only that. Your life will be only that. Therefore, there should be absolute wakefulness, absolute vigilance, total vigilance within your mind, so that you allow only the most select, highest, noblest, purest thoughts and right thoughts to occupy your mind. And anything other than that, you should summarily throw it out. But if you allow it to remain a little longer, then it will embed itself over it, and within the twinkling of an eye, it will force you into some wrong word or into some undesirable action. Therefore, Guru Maharaj always used to say, be vigilant, be alert and wakeful. And the moment something that is contrary to an ideal comes, finish it then and there. Don't allow it to assume the big shape. We used to use the word nip it in the bud. Nip it in the bud. Don't allow it to overpower you later on. A ripple of irritation or annoyance comes, then itself will nip it. If you allow it to become great anger, a wave of anger, same thing, a ripple of a wrong, ignoble thought comes, a little wave, carnal impulse comes. If you allow it, but you will be overpowered by lust, overpowered by carnal passion. Therefore, everything, when it is small, you can choke it up. A forest fire, you will quickly detect it, stamp out. But once it starts burning, you see, bush, afterwards you have to run. You cannot do anything about it. Therefore, life is a state of constant exercise of vigilance within oneself. Some social philosopher, political philosopher said, eternal vigilance is the prize of liberty. After the French Revolution, the eternal vigilance is the prize of liberty. Otherwise it will go away from the hand. But more so it is. Eternal vigilance is the prize of our liberty from, liberation from all that is ignoble, unspiritual, undivine, against progress, against evolution. For we have come here for evolving until we reach a state of perfection, which is our birthright. Therefore, be ever uplifting, ever awake within. And if you have an ideal, it helps in a very great way. Because then it gives you an instantaneous term of reference, a criterion. When anything comes, you feel it's contrary to the idea, finished, out you go. If you don't have an idea, you have to think, whether you should allow it to remain or not allow it to remain, your father. No. If you have got certain principles for living your life about conduct and character, if you have got some idea, the consideration, selection, rejection is an instantaneous process. Because there is always about a कसौटी है ना, कसौटी में नहीं निकला तो खोटा है. It is a touchstone. Your ideal becomes a touchstone. Your moral and ethical principles, they become the touchstone. Instantaneously to evaluate a thing and keep it or throw it, eliminate it. Then this life is simplified. Therefore, be awake, be alert, be vigilant within. Because it is a thought within the mind that ultimately decides your destiny. And be deeply interested in your self-culture. Be deeply interested. Have a keen interest in it. And have a great living enthusiasm for it. With the power of enthusiasm that can achieve impossibilities, seeming impossibilities. Because unless you take interest, you are keenly interested, who is going to take interest in you? Okay? The great saints and sages were benefactors of mankind. They have taken a general overall interest in us. And therefore they have given their call, they have given their teaching. They have urged mankind to turn to the right direction. But they are gone, they have left behind them this teaching. They say a light upon our path. But to keep that lamp and walk in that light, we must be interested in our own highest good. And we must keep that interest never flagging, always be awake, zealous. You must have fervor, you must have a great zeal and enthusiasm. Otherwise, no progress is possible. Therefore, every day you must renew your commitment to idealism and a lofty pattern of living. Every morning you must renew your commitment. Unless it is renewed again and again, every day, with each sunrise. The normal tendency is everything shines bright when it is new. Afterwards, slowly it becomes the shine goes away. You have to polish it every now and then, every so often. That is the art and science of living our life. It is towards this the Master urged daily sadhana, daily reading of ennobling books. Because they fill us with fresh enthusiasm. Give a fresh quickens our spirit and once again. See? The study of ennobling, inspiring literature and daily renewing our contact with God by meditation, by remembrance, by prayer and adoration, especially by meditation. And keeping up this contact throughout your day by constant remembering. You see, you can inwardly carry on a converse with the indwelling reality. See, inwardly, instead of allowing the mind to go about here and there and carrying on irrelevant conversation with itself. Many a time people keep on talking in their mind, but they are not able to control it. But we must develop a purposeful converse with God, seeking His guidance, bringing our problem to Him. Because He is a constant well-wisher, constant guide, friend and philosopher, always available to you, always with you. Thus, an inward communication can be kept on throughout the working hours also. Whereas an intense communion, morning and evening, at the time of sadhana and meditation. And during Vyavahar, vigilance and alertness should be constantly kept. Thoughts are the ultimate deciders of our destiny. Remember, there was an American recent philosopher, very recent. He is one of the leaders of the new thought. That's like Ella Wheeler, Wilcox, and other people. James Allen is his name. He is a selective writer. He was not a very prolific writer because he was a philosopher, mystic. And among many books, couple of books that he has written. One is called As a Man Thinketh, a small pocket book. As a Man Thinketh, James Allen. From Poverty to Power, James Allen. Byways of Blessedness, James Allen. Above Life's Turmoil, James Allen. Little books. You can read through it in 1 hour, but you should not read through it. Every sentence you have to reflect and cogitate. Beautiful truths because he was himself a mystic, a noble, wonderful soul. And as a man thinketh is something every student who is really interested in oneself should study, should read. Secondly, there is some county called Chichester. Chichester. And Chichester, there used to be a great mystic, an Englishman called Henry Thomas Hamlin. Henry Thomas Hamlin. And great soul. An illumined soul. She had been awakened during his youth. And in order to share with all the insights God had given him, a beautiful soul, man of great love, he started a monthly called the Science of Thought Review. The Science of Thought Review. And one of the first books that he wrote was either it was Right Thinking or Miracle of Right Thought. H.T. Hamlin. And several books he has written. I don't know exact date when he passed away, but he was very much living in the 50s. See, 1954, Swami Chidananda came and went to his place in order to meet him. See? Because they had known each other through the literature. Ramdas used to send his vision magazine to Mr. Hamlin. Mr. Hamlin used to send his Science of Thought review to Ramdas. And Gurudev and he were in a very close inner heart connection. All Gurudev's literature was sent to Henry Thomas Hamlin. Henry Thomas Hamlin used to, in exchange, send his magazine to the other books. Therefore, try to read up these books. It's very much your own contemporary, your own of UK, England. These books will open your eyes to undreamt of hidden laws that can make the difference between success and failure in their own and will be a tremendous boost to your spiritual life and unfoldment. Henry Thomas Hamlin. Even now the Science of Thought review is being issued, and I think maybe the actual place name is Colchester. Is it in Essex? Yes. Essex. Colchester, Chichester, Essex.
Sussex.
Sussex, maybe Sussex.
Chichester, Bosom near Chichester.
It could be Sussex. But books must be available in any good bookseller who has got metaphysical a section. Metaphysical section. No, put a little bit of hot water. Into this only. Now we have to do the arati. God bless you all. We close with a little prayer now. Hari Charles, have you distributed to our audience here yesterday your special booklet on 20 important spiritual instructions, the science of 7 cultures? The yellow books. And today I think you have brought some the universal prayer. Universal prayer. No. Kirtibai has prepared some special. Please go without without fail as you do those. You are part of it. You don't have got the 3. How many? 3 or 4 Kirtibai? 4. 4 separate little paper. सब है समान सब में एक प्राण तज के अभिमान हरि नाम गाओ हरि नाम गाओ दया अपनाओ exercise compassion दया अपनाओ अपने हृदय में हरि को बसाओ हरि नाम प्यारा सबका सहारा हरि नाम जप के सुख शांति पाओ हरि नाम प्यारा सबका सहारा जप के सुख शांति पाओ। कहे निवृत्ति, निवृत्ति नाम करके बहुत बड़े संत थे, योगी पुरुष थे, उनका रचना है। ज्ञानेश्वर महाराज के गुरु। कहे निवृत्ति हरिनाम भक्ति, हरिनाम शक्ति देवे मुक्ति। सब है समान, सब में एक प्राण, तज के अभिमान, हरि नाम गाओ। भगवत प्राप्ति ऐसी होना चाहिए। हरि नाम गाने से हरि में भक्ति आता है, भक्ति और प्रेम से उनके साथ संबंध जुड़ने से तभी तो उनकी प्राप्ति है, इधर उधर ढूंढने से नहीं। प्रेम से लगा ले प्रेम ईश्वर से, अगर तू मोक्ष चाहता है। लगा ले प्रेम ईश्वर से, अगर तू मोक्ष चाहता है। नहीं वो पाताल के अंदर, नहीं वो आकाश के ऊपर, सदा नहीं वो पाताल के अंदर, नहीं वो आकाश के ऊपर, सदा वो पास है तेरे, सदा वो पास है तेरे, कहाँ ढूंढत जाता है। लगा ले प्रेम ईश्वर से, अगर तू मोक्ष चाहता है। ओम सर्वेषां स्वस्तिः भवतु, सर्वेषां शान्तिर् भवतु, सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु, सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। भगवतो मा भद्रमय, तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय, ज्योतिरानन्दमय। ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते, पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। सर्वेषां स्वस्तिः, सर्वेषां शान्तिः, सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु, सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु। May our life be an unceasing attempt to make this prayer come true. God bless you. Thank you for your wonderful presence, your beautiful satsang. Thank you for your valuable time given. Thank you for your patient hearing. शांति पूर्वक श्रवण के लिए अत्यंत धन्यवाद। God shower grace upon you. Master's blessings be with you. My prayers will always be for your unhampered, uniform spiritual progress and all round attainment in your life, unfoldment in your life. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Dhanyavad, dhanyavad.